check because I like your Insta better
I
than
think
mine.
it's
I don't like.
about to go live. Hold on one second.
So I just seen your thing pop in.
Okay, then yes, we are live now. Okay, sorry, let me close my door. Okay.
You're live.
Okay, perfect. Ugh.
Oh man, so it's crazy right now. They're back in the woods. They're going deeper. They also passed the deepest point of the woods they've ever been. Boyd pointed this out because he passed the point where he found um, all the Fraggle Rock. And remember how important the Fraggle Rocks are.
Fraggle Rocks. Don't call them Fraggle Rocks, friend.
The talisman.
They're
I still have a Fraggle
talisman.
Rock. I still have a Fraggle Rock because I never painted mine this weekend.
Oh, you didn't do it? Baby.
No, I didn't. I got so busy. It was Royal Rumble weekend and everything
Yes.
going on with the other podcasts and then everything going on with work. And then I had the girls for a little bit. Can get Fraggle Rock done. So mine is if yours look like this, it's Fraggle Rock.
Let me
Now
see.
she's explaining to Boyd about the voices.
Are you on They Told Me That They Were Coming, or you're like a second in front of that?
I'm a couple seconds in front. I'm at 1620, 1621, 1622. Boyd is rough and rugged, bro. Let me ask in the chat, what are you doing? Would you do what Sarah did, or would you not believe the voices?
Yes. I'm gonna believe. Ooh. I feel like I would be going crazy though. That would be a little
Mhm.
iffy for me.
She was having like lesions on her arm too, so it wasn't like it was just a
Well,
voice
it
in her
was.
head. She was
You're
like,
right, because it was like stabbing into her. Like, hey,
hmm
just so you know who we're talking to.
yeah, it was like forming words on her arm, like how like sororities would take pencil erasers and they would grind into their to they like
Hmm.
erase. Yeah, 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 yeah. And I'm not recommending anyone do that. I'm not. You know what I mean? I ain't that guy. Boyd is continuing to push into these woods. 33 people in the chat. We salute all of y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in. The Frumley is awesome. The question I posed, would you go further into the woods or would you turn around? Or would you get more people?
Honestly, we're in this shit. You know what I mean? It's happening.
Once we figure out the story, we'll figure out what to do next. That's how it works. Just note, Ethan's shirt is yellow. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing in here that happens by accident. If you notice on episode 1, Jade had a bracelet when he came into town that looked exactly like. What's up with Tabitha? No, 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 no. Like, is that scripted or is that like she naturally just says that as a human? Like that's what she says when she's like with her kids. Does she say that at the grocery store when?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. People always forget I'm on a pod. Like I haven't been doing this for like 20 weeks now. Ugh. Just say. Just say.
I get aggravated too. Like I should turn mine on do not disturb because someone's gonna call and it's gonna disrupt my whole feed.
I put mine on
Oh my god.
vibrate now because I got a call and I was like, never mute real quick.
Nope, we're just gonna take our chances because when I went to go do that, it like took the whole thing off.
Yeah, so let's know.
Yeah. So we just hope if somebody calls, they're getting unfriended, and I'm blocking them. I'm not gonna do
Shut
that.
up, not unfriended friend. Dramatic.
If you know me and you call me right now, I'm unfriended. I'm gonna put a tree in front of your car on the highway and see where you end up.
Is that a tick? I'm like looking at all these drawings again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like
That's I
Ethan
think a
really was.
spider.
Ethan really is the devil. I'm sorry. That's where I'm at with Ethan still. Just a little demon, uncooey baby boy.
Jade and Jim are very, very intelligent together. One is a construction engineer, and Jade is just a super mastermind of some sort of company. I forgot what he.
You think they always look for the same type of person in the people they date outside of From Bill?
Mm-mm, mm-mm. I think they look for because you're a product of your environment, like what raises you. So different time periods can influence certain things. But there are certain qualities I do think that they all pose that are that are all together. Mr. Grant Gregory AI, salute, brother. We see you in the chat. Great to see you.
Because I feel like they're like the opposites of each other, but the same.
You know what? I think you're more right than me. I think there's a lot of, even though they're vastly different in personality, a lot of their
Mhm.
attributes, how are they streamlined
Like he's the
the
single
same.
side of these personalities, and Jim's the like divorce side of these personalities, basically.
When we get to season 3, there's another one who comes along too, and he says we're a lot alike.
Mm-hmm.
We all have one thing. I don't want to go super into that, but like,
Yeah,
I can't
exactly.
help.
That's why I'm like just sitting here, like, okay.
I heard what happened. You okay?
This is one of the rare times we see Donna breaking down too.
Yeah, Donna.
Supplies or building a spaceship or some shit. I'm just saying.
Donna's so tough, man.
If you want to talk
Mhm.
to. So now you're sheriff, and you're gonna start doling out words of wisdom.
I just think she has no one to really lean on. You know,
Yeah.
she told Boyd on one of these episodes already, get out of here before people start thinking we're friends. You know what I mean? Like she does have someone to lean on, but from a distance. Like when we finally come together, you tell me what you know, I tell you what I know. You're my homie. I got you. Hugs. Dap it up. Cool.
Kisses, hug, hug, kiss, kiss.
Yeah, but on a regular basis, she's the leader of the colony house. And she
Mhm.
has to be strong. And that's a very tough task, meaning her sister was ripped apart in front of her. You know the amount of fear that would rip your soul if you had to watch anything like that. Even, I mean, in real life or not, like to watch someone,
You love get torn to shreds.
yeah. And they said they were going hunting when that was happening when they end up at Fromville. And they said
Mhm.
that the entity skinned her like a deer. And that was
I
Donna's
stand
words.
by. I stand by that. I think everyone that comes to Frontville, like they were running away from something, or it's something. It's one of those things where you have a lot of, what is it? Like stuff you haven't gotten past yet, and you don't try to get past. Also, like they're in a reoccurring cycle. I don't want to say. I don't want to use the word failure, but they're like in a reoccurring cycle of trauma. Like they always pick they're always crying because like Donna, what was she running from? Because the father Khatri was running from like feeling bad about killing the little boy's dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Fatima,
she saw her parents or something, right? That was her.
yeah, she saw the trauma of seeing her parents when she was little. Obvious, I don't know what they were doing. We can't even like. She doesn't even
So
give us
you
a.
think they look for broken people? They
I
target
think they are the
broken.
broken people, and that's why they keep coming back because they're broken, but they don't understand that it's an inherited brokenness. You know what I mean?
It was nice that Alice came to see you before you left.
Yeah, here you go talking about this man's son, and he the only one with a weapon. He already told you. When I
Shut
jump, you say how
up.
high.
Yeah. Well, he took the
I
cuffs
will,
off of her at this point, friend. They're homies now.
Okay, I'll go with you on that. But if I was Sarah, I wouldn't trust. Sarah is very trusting.
Well, because Sarah's a murderer. Murderers can trust whoever they want, friend, because they'll just kill you. You know what I mean?
That's how he ended up here.
Like, what? Have you
Okay,
ever
I'm
seen
with
a
you.
horror movie where like that person was like like the bad guy murderer was like scared for real? They're always just acting scared because they have to look innocent, you know? So it's like, I gotta look like I'm not a problem, and that's what she's doing. I gotta look like I wouldn't kill you if they told me to kill you.
I don't put my ear to the screen as if I can hear the clinking too. Like I can talk to Boyd. Um, do you think Boyd aggression is a fear mechanism?
Guess what? An hour
What's
ago,
up?
it says a night to remember. Hashtag from won best horror television series at the Saturn Awards. Celebrate with us on Electric Now. Yay, family! I'm so happy for them.
So they have found a faraway tree with the bottles attached.
Yes, the first time we're seeing the bottles.
Sure, that's a good idea. Maybe
I do. Do you take one down? I do. Oh look, and now she goes into acting glitchy.
Mm-hmm. Because she's gonna start screaming in a second.
No, you know what I think it is. When you get close to certain things that can help you or assist you potentially, possibly, maybe things go awry.
Mm-hmm.
He was about to take a bottle down because they never been out this far, which lets them know there's people. When Boyd got there, he was the
Well,
first to go into the forest.
remember every time they have like these weird little seizure things, like they kind of remember, or no, I guess I shouldn't say that. It's kind of like they're going forward in time, or they're in that past life
I
and
don't.
they're going through the past lives type of thing.
I don't think that applies to everyone and yet, or
You
not at least not at this point. Not. I don't think. I think it applies to a certain person at that point. I think right now, every time Ethan had a seizure in the trailer,
Uh-huh. When he was
um,
injured.
Sarah's had a seizure. She had to go to Chrissy, but that led her to off some people. Old boy, in the neck, and then you know, it led to questionings about should she do something bad to help out the greater good. And Chrissy was like, "Yeah, I would do it if it's cool." And that's when she went to go take out Ethan. Now
Yeah.
because she's tripping with that question. Like, tell her, why don't you tell her exactly what the bad thing is? Because she know, but she
Yeah.
didn't. But and now you get ready to get a bottle. So keep this in mind. Boyd was the first one of the group that's currently there to go into the forest. And then you've run across a tree with bottles attached and notes in them.
Do you think Sarah's a past life also? And that's why she reacts like that.
Yes.
Yes.
I just don't think
So
we know that at our current time.
okay, so
But
do you
yes.
think that's why Ethan also has the seizures, even though he's injured, because he's a past life as well?
Because you weren't here. You want to know what I'm grieving?
Yes.
I'm grieving the loss of what we almost made this place.
Look at what Donna is saying to Kenny right now. I'm grieving the loss of what we almost made this place.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's people running away from the real world problems to try and come somewhere else and hide almost. And that's kind of what Donna's grieving. Like she's grieving their fake little world that they were going to try and make that, you know, in reality, you can't run away from everything like that.
I don't know if it's running away per se, because Kenny is not. Donna, I don't even know if Donna was running. They were going hunting.
Live in a place where those things come to hunt us every single
Now here's Kenny being all rational.
Well, I mean, we do know there. I mean, we don't know yet, but there's people that are just there that end up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
collateral
They're just there for
damage people. So these could like Donna and Kenny could have just been collateral damage people. Like it might have been the person they came with was supposed to be the one that stuff happened to, not them.
Right. So I think I get what you're saying because like this is Abby, the
Mhm.
Abby situation, right?
Yeah.
Boyd and Ellis came with Abby. Abby recognized the Fromville place and said, "This reminds me of a dream I had when I
Mhm.
was a girl." Ellis asked to explain, but she said, "Never mind." And we never come
Yeah.
back. And we know
That was just
later
really
on
creepy. Yeah.
another person had dreams, and we actually see parts of her dream,
Mhm.
and it happened when she was little, which signifies. I
Time,
don't want to put it out there
time.
yet, but you
Yeah,
know what I'm
you
saying?
know,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
know what we're
You
saying.
know, out of the 37, 38 people in the chat, I don't know who's never seen From and they're tapping in
Yes,
for the first time watching
exactly.
it, and who's been through season 3 100 times and they're
With
theory
us.
crafting like
Yeah,
us. You know,
exactly.
make sure you guys get your Fraggle Rocks. These are officially Fraggle Rocks until you
To
you know what I
protect
mean?
your household from the evil vampire fairy killer monsters.
You
that
know
we
what
see.
sucks? Until I put the thing on there, all I can do is throw this at.
And that's not
That's
gonna
it.
work, friend. Do you like my can you tell I have my little light, friend? I got a little light. It's
I
not a
can
ring
tell.
light. It's not a ring light, but it's a little light. It's a little fancy something. I got it from Temu for free. So
What I think is very interesting about Donna, she represents the heart and soul of the place. I don't know if she's seen the most, but she's seen a lot. She was there almost 2 years prior to Boyd.
yes.
Boyd was there for weeks after he got there when they found the talisman. Because Boyd goes in to look for the talismans and stuff right as the wife thing happens. And he said, Mom's been acting like this for weeks. And he came back with some rocks, but she was tripping. So she never got to experience a night in a home.
Until now.
No, Abby never got to experience it. Abby
Oh,
was still
Abby,
down.
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, Abby definitely. How many weeks was it, do you think?
I would say 2, maybe 3.
I don't think
But they
so. Ellis made it seem like it'd been like, I would say at least a month he'd been going out there, friend.
okay. I'll go with it because he did say it's been weeks. He didn't say how many, but he said it's been weeks. That's 2 or more. So it could have been a month. He went out in them woods. He came back with goats. He came back with livestock. But then on the day that Abby decided to start waking people up, he came back with a talisman. He never got. He was like, "Look, I got something." But then she was about to wake up Ellis, which is their son, and Boyd made a decision. A heart-wrenching decision that I can't even imagine.
Because she was about to kill her son.
Unalive. You gotta say
Ellis,
unalive.
oh yeah. Unalive her son. Her own blood. She did not care.
But I don't think it was in a negative way. As much as that sounds foolish to say, she thought it was gonna wake them up, and she wanted to be out of this. Don't forget, for all that, just we do have the bottle of Sable that is signed by Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut, who stars in the series Watson on CBS. Great series, just started. Go ahead and get some of that.
He had celiac disease.
And now they're talking about the one who
Unalived
himself.
Unalived himself in the restroom. Or was it the restroom?
I don't know if it was a restroom or I think it was because I think she said it happened in my effing bathroom or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was.
Kenny gets so jealous when she talks about other men. It's so funny to me.
Kenny just wants to be a good boyfriend for a woman who he thinks will make a good girlfriend.
Yeah.
And at this point in the series, I'm rooting for this.
Mhm.
I am all on board for
For a get together.
a get together, and Donna is just.
If it falls
You see how like they stick together.
if you fall apart,
If you fall apart, if this place falls apart, promise me you'll come to me. Those lines are hard because it's like I said earlier, loneliness, despair, anxiety, depression, hopelessness, they will pass like the flu. You know, if one person starts to see it, and you ever seen that movie The Mist?
I
Where
think
they got
so.
trapped in
Yeah.
they got trapped in a grocery store. Remember the woman they thought was crazy? She was the Bible thumper, and she would
Yeah.
like put out scriptures that fit the situation at the time. And
Mhm.
then every time something happened, it started to sound more and more like a prediction. So people started to tailor over there. That's
Yes,
how
I
it
know.
spread. If someone starts saying something, like if they start to not trust Boyd, right? One person not trusting Boyd and his decision making turns into one house, one community. Next thing you know,
What's the problem?
Big white horse.
yay.
Oh,
Here's where Jade is all.
Jared.
Jade's all being like all nice.
By the way, remember next week, Tian Chen, we got her, Elizabeth Moy, on the pod, everybody. And we will drop the time for sure.
And she solves the problem right here a little bit. Briante77, salute to you, ma'am. Best show on television right now. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Whatever's coming up through those wires is so.
Ta-da. And Jade figures it out.
There's so many questions I want to ask her, but then I don't want to bombard her, Elizabeth Moy, with questions. Because I know we don't know if she's coming back for the 4th season, because, they killed her off in the 3rd. So,
We can't be giving out all that information. Someone here might not have seen from.
What do you mean?
They might be watching along like, oh man, I just started watching from.
I'll add that to the list.
You don't want to tell them that. Just kidding.
Are you sure about that? What do they say? Are you sure? I'm not a good winker, Fred. Remember I told you that a long time ago? Not a good winker.
I've been hoodwinked by a bad winker. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
I told you. I try to wink.
Spoilers.
So many not cool stuff, you know what I mean, that I'm not cool at.
Samyaza the Blue, yeah. We should have put that spoiler warning out a little bit. I apologize. The winks.
It's like
Winks.
I can climb up high enough, even a nightmare.
Wise words.
Wise words. Here's Julie trying to be all family orientated and what have you.
How about you? And come, let's dig our hole.
This is like the only time she acted her age, you know what I mean? Was these little 2-3 weeks, or I mean not 3 weeks, but you know what I mean, like these few episodes.
Yeah, I think. Ooh, the dimmering, flickering light. Fromville hears you, and it's like this town reacts to stuff. Yeah. And now they have. Look at the rock, y'all! Look at the Fraggle Rock.
Look at the Fraggle Rock.
It's okay.
I gotta. I gotta pull up the picture and get my Sharpie and draw on it to the exact
I'll show
method.
you later.
I don't think you should do. You don't have like a engraving tool. You should get an engraving tool. They're
Oh, I'll
not
mess it
very
up.
expensive. Really?
I'll mess it up.
Well,
I think if
draw
I draw on it
first.
first
Yeah, draw first and then do
and then
that.
engrave it, yeah, that
I
will.
managed to get one down. And this was inside.
Oh, he took one down.
What does it say?
1864.
You
1864.
think when they reset? I don't even want to say that because I'm just like, ugh, like the bottles.
This seems to have a slip of paper just
You
like
think they get in trouble with the?
I think we should go back.
Whoa,
what?
I think we should go back.
Go back
It was
where? Oh, you're talking about the episode.
Yeah,
She was screaming. She said
tell
that she was wrong. That we shouldn't have come. That there are things out here that are worse than the monsters. She kept saying
What? Say what?
say it.
doesn't make any sense. She kept saying, "Tell Mr. Fish and Loaves that I was wrong."
You turn that down, you're gonna get us knocked off again. They can hear you, friend. The YouTube peoples can hear you.
They can.
Yes.
Tell Mr. Fish and Loaves that I was wrong.
It has to be a spider that pulled them because Ethan showed that spider in the beginning of the episode as one of the drawings.
Well,
I think Ethan has to be the man in yellow because I feel like
Man,
because like
don't
when
give too many season 3s away. You have to solve season
No.
5.
whatever. I think Ethan has to be something solely because if you just remember, we were just watching him and his mom and his sister, and they were looking at pictures and stuff. It was like he was on that part of the journey where Boyd and Sarah were at. Like that's what those drawings were. Because remember, they had the spider, and they just got
We
dragged.
haven't seen any. Well, yeah, we're about to.
Yeah. They're getting
Jesus
attacked right
B001.
now.
Oh, what happened?
They're getting attacked right now. Remember?
You know what's funny? I think you're right within the ballpark of what's happening because normally monsters say things. This didn't say a word. This whole attack is quiet. It's pulling. It's doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she said there's something worse than the monsters, and all the monsters we know are in human form.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus B001. So in the beginning, I don't know why, but Tabitha was going up the house stairs in the house and up into the lighthouse stairs simultaneously. Yes,
Mm.
we talked about that a little bit. However, something I noticed was she knocked over a bottle, and for some reason, she says, "Can someone pick that up?" But for whatever reason, I noticed the bottle getting knocked over. So funny enough, she does say that, but she knew she was there alone at that time because she was by herself. Or was she referencing? She was going upstairs when she left that ditch, the hole. And now we're at the tower, and that concludes episode 9. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I need more. It's like, hey, y'all want to watch episode 10? Let's go. Like,
Yeah.
But episode 9 definitely packed with stuff. The beginning, the lighthouse. Looks like the lighthouse stairs, right? So if you're following with us, what do we see at the end? We hear this horn blaring, the light going back and forth. Tell Mr. Fish and Loaves that I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Boyd is now super in tune to Sarah because how would she know that? That was his nickname from the army, where Boyd had a 30-year career.
Because
tell Mr.
Mm.
You see what happened?
No, I was gonna say something, but I realized it wasn't in this episode, so I can't say that about their
That,
connection thing.
yeah, it's like I just want to type it in the chat.
Yeah, so like ugh, I gotta keep it as consistent in these episodes as possible.
Episode 10. I'm trying to think. Is episode 10 the final episode of the season?
Yes, it
Of
is.
season 1.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They all only have 10 episodes, remember?
oh my gosh, that's right. So next week, Sunday, we will definitely be looking at what happened as a recap of season 1 and playing episode 10 and kind of just giving some high notes and what we need to look for going in season 2, I think. But right now they're at the deepest point, the point they've never been in. But question for a season 1 watcher, homework, who put that tree with the bottles and wrote the numbers, right? 'Cause
Mhm.
if you're watching for the first time, you're like, wait a second, didn't they say they've never been out this far? Boy was the one who's been the furthest, and he found the talismans. And it's about to get so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is about to get so crazy.
It's gonna get good. Then they have the last episode's just gonna have a lot going on, so
Yes. Also, let's make that plug.
hmm?
The bottle of Sable, as you see on the bottom of the screen, subscribe, like, leave a comment for a chance to win an autographed bottle of Sable signed by our favorite sheriff, that is Sheriff Boyd Stevens. And what award did they just? You said the Saturn Awards.
I downloaded
That is
it.
awesome. That is awesome. And then also Boyd is up for Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series in the
And
NAACP.
the NAACP award, yes. It's Best Horror Television, yeah, Saturn Award.
Yeah, that's so insane. We wish them all the best. Again, if you love the show, we love the show. So but again, do you have any questions? Please put them in the chat. Those are some homework items. But
Yes.
I think we need to get all the dates. I think next week's episode we're definitely going to talk about those dates. So we have them perspective going forward. I just know I can see the newest one was 1978. That was the date.
And those are the date that oh my god, Victor showed up, correct?
Yeah, I think that is. I think that perfectly corresponds to that. I think that's what those years represent. And we're going to be finding out a lot more about those dates because, again, if you are a season 3 watcher, you just need those dates because you know about like how time works in Fromville. And we're still learning about how time works in Fromville too, because we're going to find out in season 2. Oh, man. With so much. I just want to say it. I just want to say it all. Let's
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying real hard to like, okay, keep it with the episode.
Jesus B001, yes. Where are the bottles coming from? And why is the lighthouse important? And I think I'm gonna watch the intro again to see what drawings were there because those are all drawings that they do have. Whether Victor did them or Ethan. Did Ethan do drawings? I think Ethan did drawings too, correct?
Yeah, I think Ethan started doing drawings, but not in crayon. He does more. Was his crayons or markers? I can't remember what he does his in.
Yeah, I think it's crazy that they chose a lighthouse because a lighthouse is a beacon for directions and to help people. It is a, what do you call that point? Basically like a reference point. Where can I watch the show? If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it there or get MGM Plus.
Yes.
MGM Plus.
Well, and with Amazon Prime, you have to buy the extension still, the MGM channel for the other $5.
Oh, do you?
If you have Prime, yeah.
Okay. So you may be just best going with MGM Plus. That's what I have. I put it down to the phone because that's where I'm reading the comment. But the reality is MGM Plus, boom.
It's the same price whether you buy it through Amazon, like as an add-on, or if you're buying just
Gladiator. Gladiator 2 is there. A Quiet Place Day 1 is there. Transformers 1, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning, Smile 2, Blink Twice. So they definitely have some stuff on here, man. Earth Abides, the series that uh took the time slot of In the Absence of From.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all right, guys. I'm not gonna be a hater, but it was definitely like it wasn't up there on the like must see.
I don't think anything. Well, I also owe my apologies. I know this week I don't even want to say anything because I feel like when I say anything, it turns my weeks upside down. But in fairness, I owe this video release this week of From versus The Walking Dead. Okay. So we will be getting that. I don't want to say this week because I was supposed to drop it this week on Thursday. I definitely said it. And only for my world to be turned a little topsy turvy. But once that starts, it'll be a week by week thing that drops every week, and there's multiple other ones. The wives of the main characters are there. It's a comparative analysis of each, and these are not all the characters. But again, and there's a heavyweight one. You still have like the fathers taking on Beth and Julie or some others. So, but I definitely owe that out. So it's not that it was forgotten about. It was that things got super hectic, and then, but definitely tap in, turn a notification bell on, so when it releases, you get notified. It's definitely going to be something that's awesome, and that's it. That's my 2 cents. That's all I got. That's all I got. Oh, if you like wrestling, I do a wrestling podcast as well as Dora. She does a wrestling podcast as well. So if you want to talk about yours, and I'll talk about mine, and then because they are separate, we're not on the
Yeah,
same
we're not
one.
on the same one. I haven't guest star. I feel like I want to guest star on y'all's though. I'm ready. I'm ready
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
at it
definitely.
with Archie and Gamage.
Facts. We'll bring you up. We'll definitely bring you up.
Mhm.
Go ahead and you can talk about yours. I'll talk about mine, and then we can kind of just go out so that people can see where to find us on other days.
Right now, I would say on Thursdays, because my days are about to change too, because my daughter's starting track. So I'm trying to figure out what days I can do like podcasts, because I am on a women's wrestle talk. They're on pretty much every day, but I haven't been able to get on every day, obviously, because my kids have stuff going on during it's the time zones thing. It's always so tough trying to figure stuff out. But there's Mission Pro Wrestling Spotlight. I will be on a podcast on the 12th. Is that Wednesday? On Wednesday called Sports for You Wrestling. They're doing like a Valentine's episode. So we're going to do a Valentine's wrestling episode.
It is a Wednesday.
Yes, on Wednesday then. I'll be on that. But yeah, other than that, just, From Is My Life every Sunday here with Jerry. So, this is Hall Preezy Universe every Sunday.
Yes. And then Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, you can catch me live at the Attitude Era podcast, where we cover WWE and the shows that they have. If they have a PLE, will be after that as well. There's other content on there. We have interviews with Bret Hart, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Mark Henry, Sid Vicious, rest in peace. Yeah, it's a lot. So definitely check us out. Jacob Fatu. So yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. So check us out. Those are some of our other ventures that you could catch us in. And yeah, episode 10 next week. Tap in. You'll see some polls start going up too. Start asking some questions, getting feedback. We'll start being more interactive with the community throughout the week because there's definitely needs to be more content. So we love From.
We love it.
So, yes. So you got anything else, Dora?
No.
Okay.
Other than watching
mad
From, keep voting for Harold for the NAACP for the fuck Donald Glover. Who else is in the category?
Michael Rainey for I don't even want to say. Hey, no one else is in the category.
We hate them right now. Okay, they're not our tops. Only Harold Perrineau as of right now. So yeah.
But shout out to all of them. They're all great, but there's only one Sheriff Boyd Stevens.
Yeah, and that's who we need because he's our family.
Absolutely. So until next time, remember Sunday at 9 o'clock. We still got the giveaway going on, but until
Mhm.
next time, we will tap into you guys later. We will see you next time, next week. Peace.